Can you stand up? Put your hands together for yourself. The next persons we are going to be appreciating are the speakers that have spoken to us. Did you learn anything? A round of applause for them. To bring an end to all the applauses and the appreciation, put your hands together for everyone that supported. Those that supported made it possible for you to be here. And of course, not forgetting your t-shirts. Can you put a round of applause for them too? Yes. Triumphant School, are you here? Yeah. Okay, that's good. But maybe are you here? How can we have this number of Botiniyebi and their voices are louder than triumphant? Hey! CSS, are you here? Now we are having truly an audience in the building. Blogomo, are you here? That's better. What about Azipere? Permit me to take a few more minutes of your time. I know very well that there is no one here that have learned one or two from every speaker that have come up here to talk to us. I want to admonish us that we should put everything that we have listened to in practice. But before we go, I have a question. And it's a question that I get to give out whenever I interact with young people like you or people that are in the university. Because by privilege, I also happen to lecture as a graduate assistant. And when I interact with some of my students, I find out that they don't even know the reason why they are in school. So permit me to ask this question. Why are you in school? Someone said to learn. Then someone said to make money. The someone said that. Someone is saying no. So you're not in school to make money. Is that what you are saying? You're in school to do what? Alright. So I was very glad when I heard one of our speakers talking to us, and he was very sincere. He said that school necessarily is not going to make you wealthy. I tell my students that if you want to be wealthy, right? School cannot make you wealthy, but what school can give is an appreciation of the knowledge that you've gathered. So even when you get to end, because of the knowledge you've gathered in school, what they give to you is an appreciation of your knowledge. But do you know what can make you wealthy? Do you know what can make you wealthy? What makes you wealthy? Skill, okay, what else? Alright, so what makes one wealthy is then you should invest in that. But the major reason why you are in school is to gain knowledge. Someone say knowledge. There is a knowledge gap that is missing that you need to attain through formal education. Formal education is not necessarily by force, but then it's very important. That's why some governments, they make it compulsory, and they also make available free education. But I want you to have this in mind as you go further and pick your career. I know people come up and they tell you school is scam. I mean, if you have heard that. School is scam, right? Scam. Clap for yourselves. I have the right audience. So in case you are still here and you still have the mind that school is a scam. No, school is not a scam. As a matter of fact, it's our own system, right? The system that we have in Nigeria is what has made it seem as if after you go to school, you don't have a job, right? So it's not education that is scam. It's the system that we have in place that has been set up by the government that we are in that seems that way. Do we get that? So education is good. Formal education is good. I know people tell you that you don't have to go to school to make it. You heard that, right? That is true. You don't have to come to school to make it, but school is very important. They tell you that people that don't go to school are ready. They do know they are going back to school now. Do you know they're not going back to school? So it's very important. School is not fun. Education is not fun. So the opportunity you have to be in school, grab it with all that you have. Are you hearing me? Do you know there are some persons that are not privileged to be in school? Some persons don't even know what education is all about. Some persons don't even know what an A alphabet is. I grew up in the village and I got to primary 5 before I was able to read A to Z and before I was able to memorize and know 1 to 3 to 50. Because in primary 1, what I knew was ABCD to ABCD. I knew 1 to 3 to 10 because of the system I had. I couldn't read very well until I was in SS1. I couldn't read very well. I think I remember when I started reading was in JSS2 and JSS3 because of the system I was in. So maybe some of you are having difficulties even in reading. Some of you feel you cannot even read very well and you're having those challenges. And you just try to pass up, just look at and write and pass. It's fine. I'm here to tell you that you can make it. Tell someone you can make it. No one else is more brilliant than you. Do you believe that? The Lord has given all of us the same brain. Do you know that statistics have it that we have not used up to 20% of the brain that God has given to us? How many percent have we been able to use? How many? 5. Someone said 5. Is that correct? So can you imagine that percentage? We have over 100 and we are having what? You see, that is why you must take your education seriously, okay? Because we are waiting for you to stretch the brain that you have. You've talked about career choice today and it's very important. The speakers have spoken a lot about it. And I want to tell you that one of the things that will help you in considering a career is knowing first of all why you are in school. The foundation is very important. You have to know, as I've said, that you are in school because it is important. And the second thing why you are in school, why education is good, is that first of all, education is good. Nelson Mandela said something. He said one of the greatest change that can come to play is their education. We are waiting for the time that someone will say, I want to study biochemistry. And you deal with chemicals. And you enter into the lab day and night. You are finding a cure to cancer. How many of us want people that are having cancers to have a cure? Not just having chemotherapy and hoping that you get better. How many of us want to have a cure for HIV? I want to believe that because I know that people that are here can find the cure for these diseases because you have it in you. All you have to do is to put up the passion, the interest, and to believe in yourselves. So even as you are picking up a career, I want you to open up your mind. There are different career paths, right? So if I say what you want to do, you say law, you say medicine, it's fine. But we also need people, scientists that will find cures to solutions in the society. Education brings transformation, isn't it? It brings transformation to your mind. Your mind gets to change. Who knows what budgeting is? Right? It's because you get educated or enlightened about budgeting, you now get to budget your money. So education is good. That is why you have to put up your mind in it. Don't get serious with your education. Don't say, I just want to do it because mommy wants me to go to school. Some of us have that idea, isn't it? After now, just done the certificate. Yes, after now you might go to another career path, but please, the time you have, take it seriously. One thing I want to say before I drop my mind, that for you to pick up a career choice in this 21st century, there is one thing you have to consider. That is what I tag. You must consider the season that you are in. Tell somebody must consider the season that you are in. Now, the Bible, the scripture I don't know so much the Bible, it says that there is time for everything. So at this stage of your life, at this stage of my life, I'm in a certain season. So before you pick up that career path, you have to put that into consideration. What season are you? You are in a season of your youthful age. You are in a season whereby careers are imagined. That is why our team was very specific. And remember, there are 3 decisions you make in life. Number 1 of them that is inclusive is what you get to study, is the career path you take. Because after now, automatically, what you choose to study in the university is going to affect almost 360 degrees of every area of your life. Do you know that? So you must take it seriously, carefully. So you have to consider the season you are in. Don't just look at the now, look at the future. Tell someone that. whenever you are picking up a career path, you must put the future in view, because whatever decision you take now is going to affect you. So the career path you take is going to take a huge percentage of your life later in future. So don't take it lightly. Don't move to art class, that's your best friend is going to art class. Don't move to the art pathway because you think medicine is for special people. You are that special brain we are looking for, you can do it. So please put in consideration the season you are in. Any decision you make is going to affect you tomorrow. Alright, so the career path you get to take affects your life. That's one of the decisions you must take carefully. And even when you get married, to affect your life. And of course, the goals that you pay allegiance to. So I want you to put that into consideration.